Hello and welcome to another Python tutorial. My name is Tom with MyPythonTutorial.com, and today we're going to learn how to change the size of the main window in tkinter. In the previous tutorial we learned how to change the title at the top of the window. Now we're going to learn how to change the size. We'll also look at positioning the window on the screen, and at the end I will show you how to center it. First off, let's take a look at what we got so far. This is our code here. Basically, we're running the main window with TK. Root, our variable here, is representing that main window. We call the main window with root, and then we change the title here with this method in our program, and the main loop is going to keep the window running until we kill the program by clicking on the next, like that. So let's go ahead and run it here. Make sure you're in your program, or in your proper file, and then Python 3, I have no idea what we called it, firstwindow.py, firstwindow.py, go ahead and run it. It will pop up, and your window will pop up. Mine goes all the way to the top left-hand corner. We'll learn how to move that today, and there's my window. That's pretty cool, what we've done so far. But I would like to change the size of this window. I'm not liking the size, so what we are going to do is change that. So first things first, let's go ahead and change that. So what we do is we call the tk function here. So we call it via root, and then we're going to call geometry, which this is the positioning and the size of the window, so we control it. And then it's going to take an argument, and it's in string format. So it's width times height, and then plus the x-axis plus the y-axis. Alright, so you got the width, the height, the x-axis, the y-axis. The x-axis, this is positioning on this side, this is the size on this side. So right now we're just going to focus on the size. We'll talk about positioning in a second. So width and height, alright, so let's change this to, let's say, 600 pixels, and these are pixels by the way, 600 pixels wide, and we want 500 pixels high. Alright, save your file, and now we're going to run it. So go to your terminal, press up, press enter, and idle kicks on, and now you can see my window is a lot larger. So this is 600 pixels from here to here, 500 pixels from here to here. Awesome. So we changed the size of our window. It's pretty simple, right? Now, as you can see, my window popped up all the way up here in the top left-hand corner. Personally, I don't like that. If I was going to open a program and I was going to work with it, I would want it to open up dead center of my screen. But we can do that, right? So I showed you we can add the x-axis and the y-axis. So we want to enter plus, and we'll say, I don't know, 50 pixels from the left, and then another plus, and we'll do 50 pixels from the top. So we'll save that, open our terminal once again, and run the program again. And idle comes on, and now my program opens up a little bit off the left side and a little bit off the top side. That is not really where I wanted it, right? So let's extend that a little bit, close the program again, and let's go 500 by 500. Save that, and we'll come up here, run our program again. Idle comes on, and now my program's down here. Alright, well, it looks like it's centered left and right, maybe. It's pretty close, but it's still not centered here. Well, every screen size is different, so if someone's going to run your program, you're going to spend all this time trying to figure out what numbers here and here are going to center it on your screen. But guess what? When you go over to your buddy's house to show him this awesome program you just built, it's probably going to open up somewhere different on his monitor. So there's a way to fix this, and I'm going to walk you through it. Let's get rid of root geometry for now. Alright. We'll leave root title there. And what we're going to do is start walking through this. Now, we can do this one or two ways, and I'll write the code. Now, you know what? We're just going to make a function to handle our main menu window. It'll look cleaner, it'll be easier to follow along. So we're just going to keep root tk up here. We're going to make a function, define Let's do window. So we define a function name, and give it one argument of main. Alright, here's our function. Take out root, make this main. And I just want to make sure my function works. We'll do a window and root here. And we'll run our program. Oops, our program is running. Close out our program. Now run our program. Now run our program. There we go. Alright, program still runs. So our function is running properly. Alright, so we got our main title, which we wrote the other day. Now, what we want to do is start figuring out some variables of the size of the screen, left and right, and positioning and stuff like that. So, first thing we can do is do main.update idle task. This is going to update idle's task when this function runs here. It's going to update them, and this is where it's going to get some of the width and height information on your monitor or anybody's monitor. So let's create a variable. Width is equal to main dot what is it? winfo width. So we're going to get the width of the current screen that the window opens up in. Let's do the same for height. We'll do main.winfo height. So now we're going to get the height of the current screen. Oops. So we got the width and the height. So this will figure out the size of our window here. So let's just go and call our geometry again. So we'll do main.geometry. And in here we're going to use some formatting. So we'll do curly brackets, X, curly brackets, and format, and width, and height. Alright, sorry about that. Pause the video. I don't really remember where I was. I thought someone was breaking into my house and pull guys here. Anyway, well, let's go ahead and run this. So we got main geometry. We formatted our width and our height. So let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. Idle pops up, and hold on. Get something there. So let's print width. Now let's print height. Make sure this is working properly. And this is kind of a troubleshooting way, because I didn't do this before I did the video, so I screwed up somewhere. Close the program here, run it again. 200 by 200. Alright, so what we're doing right now is it's going to give us whatever the size is of what it needs with winfo with height. So what we could do, if you wanted to set a specific size, but center the window, we could look at that. But for right now, this is going to give us the actual size it needs for the program, for everything to fit in it. But we could also change the height and the width, like we can do, let's do 500 and 500 here, okay? We're going to do that. And then let's just center this, get that over with. So we'll do, actually, before we do that, take that out for a second. Put this back. I'm going to confuse myself if I put 500 there. So let's do x equals main.winfo again. And this time it's going to be screen width. Now we're going to do floor division by 2. Then we're going to minus width, floor division by 2. Alright, so we're getting a screen width, we'll do the floor division by 2 to get center, and then the width up here, divide that by 2 to get center, like we just saw is 200 pixels, so we'll get 100. And then with Y, we'll do equals main dot winfo screen height, and we'll do same thing, floor division by 2 minus that, and then we'll get height, floor division by 2, and if we do plus, and plus X and Y, save this, and we're going to run our program here. Idle fired up. Boom, dead center on my screen, alright? So it's 200 by 200. Now if you wanted it bigger, this is just based off what what the program needs to its minimum set height and width. We can always do something with just setting the width and the height. Like we take this out and set this to 500. Take this out, set this to 500, save it. Close your program. Run it again. And there you go. I got 500 by 500 and it's dead center. Alright. So, this way we're letting TK Enter basically decide our actual height it needs. So it's kind of like flexible, it'll expand. Or go another way by setting a hard height. We can do, 500 by 500 or whatever you like. But then these two lines here will help us get dead center on the screen, and then we change the geometry here. Alright, so that's changing the screen size and centering and moving the screen around. If you have any questions, leave a comment on YouTube or on our website at learnpythontutorial.com. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like the video, and we'll see you in the next one.